I am Roland Johns. I am sim racing. I'm Wes Fuller, driver the number 35, stand up to Cancer Ford. I am Sim Racing.
Hi, I'm Cameron Peterson. I am Sim Racing.
What's going on? It's Rob Biotti from 4i Racing, driving the number 44 Toyota Camry, and I am Sim Racing.
Hello, I am Christopher Hamilton, and I am Sim Racing.
Hi, I'm Eric Andrews. I am Sim Racing.
We are Sim Racing.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Core Vintage Cup Series benefiting Stamp to Cancer. And tonight is the Busch 125 at Bristol Motor Speedway. That is right, 125 laps at Bristol. High banking turns, very tight straights, and tight corners. Ladies and gentlemen, last time we went to Bristol, we had a very good race. Can we repeat that? I do not know, but let's talk about the points for tonight since we are getting ready for the playoffs. So, in the standings right now, Carl Handwerk, Nick Nickerson, Bryson Clark, Wes Fuller, Bennett Allen, Andrew Gunther, Dylan McDonald, Eric Andrews, and Kevin Foster all locked in. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a pretty full field of guys locked in for the clinch. People that are on the pretty much on the balancing game right now. We have Willie Evernham, Joshua Billiter, and Matt Crockett. Terry Conda sitting a little bit outside that bubble, but these guys might have a chance to make it in if they can pull a win tonight. Bristol is going to be one of those tracks where it's going to make it or break it for some of these drivers. For the guys in the clinch, it's, they don't really have to worry too much. But for people that are trying to get in there and get into the playoff standings, they need to make a win, or they need to really, really just stay up in the top 5 and then pull as many points through as possible. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 minutes before the broadcast starts, so do not forget to go get your snacks. Go to that concession stand, aka your fridge or kitchen. Get a nice drink, get something to snack on, because tonight's race is going to go fast, it's going to be tight, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So, to thank our sponsors for tonight, that's going to be Your Buying Machine, TechNet Professionals, Mission Car Care, Joka Graphics, and Southern Heart Creations for the series, and also for our broadcast sponsors, Critical Hit Bass Lures and Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Randall Alvarez, your broadcaster and commentator tonight. Everyone out in the field are going to be doing their best. Right now, we have Carl Handwerk, Dalton Drummonds, Terry Condas, Dan Heisey, Andrew Gunther, Willie Evernham, CJ Winslow, Dylan McDonald, Matt Crockett, Dave Lohr, Bill Harkins, Anthony Keysweater, Nick Nickerson, Josh Billiter, and Eric Andrews out on the track. That is going to be 15 drivers for tonight's race. And for our in-race commentary, the lucky winner is CJ Winslow, the number 61. So we'll see how he's doing out there. Hopefully he can avoid some of those accidents. If not, we're going to have to pull him right after the accident and talk to him, see what happened, and what he can do to get around that. Another thing to be wary of is there is an incident count these guys have to worry about. I believe it's 15 incidents, and they will get disqualified. So these guys need to be careful. They need to keep their space, because Bristol is going to be one of those tracks where you are going to bump and run people. So getting towards the late end of the race, we're going to see guys really watching their spacing, not trying to touch each other, because they're probably close to an incident count of getting disqualified. All right, we'll take these point standings off. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in tonight. If you have not liked or subscribed, please go ahead and do so. If not, wait till the end of the show. Give me a rating afterwards. I don't mind. I like criticism. It's always good to have constructive criticism. Gives me something to look forward to and to change and work on. All right, practice is over. Qualifying is going up. Let's see who's going to hit the track first so we can watch them do a couple laps. With that, we'll jump to a quick commercial break.
Festival Month.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, out in the track, CJ Winslow right now throwing down some laps. Let's see what the fastest time is going to be out there. Looks like these guys. Wow. Hold on. I'm waiting for a couple laps to tick over, and then I'll get back to you guys on this. All right, no, that is correct. We're looking at low 15-second laps to low 16-second laps out on the track. Wow. Tonight is going to be a very, very close race. Kevin Foster running that TechNet professional paint scheme. Taking that beautiful Ford around the track. Ooh, overpowers it on that one corner. Gonna send it in. Hopefully he was able to finish his qualifying times. Looks like he was. 15.527. All right, let's look at our qualifying finishers. Sorry, take that back. Carl Handwerk sitting in first right now. CJ Winslow in second. Willie Evernham in third. Terry Condas in fourth. Matt Crockett in fifth. Kevin Foster in sixth. Dan Heisey in seventh. Dave Lohr right now sitting in eighth. Nick Nickerson in ninth. Still waiting on him to throw down another time. Bill Harkins in 10th. Anthony Kieswetter in 11th. Joshua Billiter in 12th. Now we're just waiting on Eric Andrews, Dylan McDonald, Andrew Gunther, Wes Fuller, and Dalton Drummonds to throw down some times. All right, well, while we're waiting to get going, let's go ahead and bring in our in-race commentator for tonight, get you guys prepped, and introduce to CJ, and we'll go from there. Ladies and gentlemen, for our in-race commentary, the number 61 himself, CJ Winslow. Welcome to the booth.
How you doing? How you doing?
Doing pretty good, man. So you hit the track. You threw down a second place time right now for qualifying. So you're going to be starting behind Carl Handwerk. How's that going to sit for you as you get into the race? Because you do have 125 laps to go tonight.
Well, I think what's key here is going to be tires. Longer you can make them last, better off you're going to be. So I think if you're going to attack the track right off the bat, you're not going to be a very good long run. Mm-hmm. You kind of have to anticipate long runs just because we do kind of get strung out a little bit. In the beginning of the race, I think it's going to be short runs. So you could probably run pretty hard just because everybody's going to be anxious. Everybody's just going to want to go. For me, I think it would be more beneficial for me to just kind of, take it easy. If somebody's pushing me, just let them go. Mm-hmm. Just for the fact of saving tires. Just because if there is cautions, you can kind of play a little bit pit strategy, stay out, So it's really just based on, how you want to run your race. But I think for me, a little bit of conservativeness might be a little bit of a smarter choice. More beneficial. Yeah, for sure.
Now, if you find yourself coming down to the wire, say last 20 to 15 laps, and you're burnt out on all four tires, and you're still okay on fuel, do you think you'd take a full set of four, or are you going to take two and kind of risk it?
If it's halfway decent with two tires, you definitely take two. Just because it's less fuel, less time on pit road, and track position's going to be key too, exactly. Being that it's a short track too. So
you feel like two tires will keep you guys competitive with a fresh set against someone with a fresh set of four? In the sense of like a 10 lap run.
For a little bit. Yeah, maybe 10 laps. 10's probably pushing it. Yeah, if it's a shootout, 5-6 laps.
I would expect someone grabbing a full set of four, getting bumped down maybe they're getting bumped down maybe four to six positions. So they still have quite a bit to drive
Yeah.
through, where if you took 2, you might lose 2 positions and have a chance to stay up in the fight.
Correct. And that's the thing too. So if you do take 4 tires, yes, you lose a few spots on pit road, but now you also have those left sides compared to those guys that have the right sides.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
And
you'll be able
that
to
could
move up that
be-
track.
Yeah, you can gain what you lose on pit road on the racetrack in a matter of a lap or 2.
Yeah, that is true. So it's going to be interesting how that all turns out, and hopefully as we go through the race, and hopefully we don't have too many cautions, but if we do, I'll be asking you questions, how you feel about the car, how it's handling out there, and what you think proper tire strategy is going to be for tonight, because it is a night race. It is going to make a little bit of difference with track temperature.
Yep, track's
and,
cooler. Yeah, for sure.
We'll see how it turns out as it goes, man.
No problem.
You got it. Thanks for coming down, and good luck out on the track.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was CJ Winslow once again. Thank you to the number 61 for popping in here. Going to be our in-race reporter for tonight. We have 3 minutes to go, so like I said before, if you have not grabbed any refreshments, go to your local concession stand or your kitchen. Pick up some popcorn, hot dogs, hamburgers, anything that you feel you might need, and get ready, because tonight's going to be a very fast race. It's going to be going by, clicking off pretty fast. These guys, like I said, low 15s to mid 16s. So we're talking at the max a 16 and a half second lap. These guys are gonna be flying by real fast. So we'll see them click off 20 laps real fast. They'll be past that halfway point probably in under 30 minutes. So get ready to see a fast-paced race come by, and we'll have to see how everyone handles it out on the track. Last time we were at Bristol, we had a really good race. I think we can do the same thing out tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we got 2 minutes to go. Let's get ready to see some racing. Alrighty then. 1 minute and counting. So, the lineup for tonight, once again, just to reiterate: Carl Handwerk, CJ Winslow, Willie Evernham, Terry Condas, Dalton Drummonds, then Dylan McDonald, Matt Crockett, Kevin Foster, Dan Heisey, Nick Nickerson, Dave Lohr, Bill Harkins, Anthony Kieswetter, Joshua Billiter, Eric Andrews, Wes Fuller, and Andrew Gunther. Ooh, 2 new additions. Looks like Christopher Hamilton and Bennett Allen have both clocked in. We'll see if they can hit the track, or at least make the grid for tonight's race. And here we go. Gridding up. Gonna go ahead and crank up the audio for you guys. All right, let's run through the field. Ladies and gentlemen, the number 61 running in that lefty, that's going to be CJ Winslow. And the number 17 Western Auto, that's going to be Dave Lohr. In the Citigo number 32, we have Terry Condas. Willie Evernham sitting in the number 19 Busch. Nice new paint scheme. In the number 4 Oreo, that's going to be Dalton Drummonds. Bill Harkins sitting in the number 11 King of Beers Budweiser. Carl Handwerk in the number 18 Core Racing Machine Stamped to Cancer paint scheme. Or sorry, not stamped. Breast Cancer Awareness paint scheme. Joshua Billiter in the number 3. Then we have Alpine Star Liquid Death. That's going to be the number 10 Matt Crockett. We have Eric Andrews in the number 9 Vision Racing Machine. Anthony Keyswitter in that number 34 Yellow Machine. Dan Heisey in the Steins Designs 87. Dylan McDonald in the 38. Then we have the Schnitzel Wagon, number 59, Andrew Gunther. Nick Nickerson in the number 85 Miller Machine. Behind him, we're going to have Wes Fuller in the number 35 Stamped to Cancer. Then we have the number 8 Kevin Foster in the TechNet Professional. Bennett Allen out there in that Mountain Dew number 24. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now that you know all our drivers out in the track, the lights are off. That can only mean one thing. Pace car has to drop in. Green flag goes up, out into the air. And we are green tonight with 125 laps to go. Looks like CJ has a misshift. That's going to go ahead and send a little bit of a ripple down the field. Dalton Drummonds is going to take that opportunity to get up in front of him. As we see the field go, it is going to send out to Carl Handwerk, Willie Evernham, and Dalton Drummonds in our top 3 right now. CJ Winslow, Matt Crockett going at it side by side into turn 1 and 2. Looks like Matt Crockett diving down to the apron, coming to that corner a little too hot than he expected. Give you guys a top-down view from the from the Goodyear blimp right now. Everyone paced out pretty equally. Short track is definitely kind of a one lane track. You can definitely drive 2, but it's mainly 1 lane. It's going to stretch out, but we're going to see you guys make a run for it pretty soon. As you can see already, Carl Handwerk having to defend against Willie Evernham and Dalton Drummonds, looking for position on 2 and 1. Willie swings out from that corner. Dalton driving that mid to low side, kind of getting a little bit in CJ's way. Looks like he wanted to tuck down into that apron, but CJ is just kind of driving that midline right now. Like he said before, he's trying to save tires, doesn't need to outdrive. Oh no, Willie Evernham turns it into the apron, goes in just a tad bit too hard into that corner. I hear a lot of rubbing back there, just trying to figure out if everyone's okay. All right, looks like Willie has dropped back into 6th position, fighting with Dylan McDonald right now. Dylan making his way up the field. Dalton Drummonds now putting pressure on Carl Handwerk, goes for the inside on him. CJ Winslow just sitting back there watching the battle happen, taking his time. Matt Crockett also in a good position, same thing with Dan Heisey. Great position just to view and watch what's going on in the track and decide what you want to do. Ooh, CJ Winslow and Dalton Drummonds getting into it. That's going to open up for Matt Crockett to make a run. From above, you can see both Dan Heisey and CJ Winslow side by side, but now straightening it out. CJ going to go ahead and let him have it. Try and take his preferred racing line back. Dalton Drummonds looking to catch up to Carl Handwerk again and try and make that run on him. Carl driving the outside line, trying to save some tires. There Dalton goes. He's making a run on him. He's really trying to get up ahead of Carl. See him hitting almost the top of that turn, sending it in there, and then trying to carry that speed through on the exit. Look at that battle in the back right now. CJ Winslow and Dylan McDonald going at it. Willie Evernham also looking to gain some position and fighting with CJ Winslow. Dylan tucking in behind Matt Crockett. Give you guys a little bit of a wider view as Willie Evernham looking for position. He's trying to find that opening between Matt Crockett and Dylan McDonald. You saw him kind of peek down in the center. He's thinking about it. He might make that move. Oh, CJ Winslow slaps the wall, sends himself around, and he recovers, and the caution is out, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get that on a quick Critical Hit Pass Lures caution report. Ouch. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. CJ Winslow exiting the corner right now. You see his front end catch it. He's back and actually slips, hits it, and slaps his front. Kind of like a little bit of a like a teeter-totter effect. So he taps the back and it swings it forward and pretty much pushes his front nose in there and spins him around. A little bit of a wake-up call, but definitely driving a little too close to that wall. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a Critical Hit Pass Lures caution report. All right, back live. I hate to do this, but CJ Winslow is our in-race commentator for tonight, so we're going to go ahead and bring him in and talk to him about that accident and see what happened. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got CJ Winslow in the pits. Hey, man, you hit that wall out there. It's a little rough. What are you going to do a little bit different before you get out of this pits to kind of shore that up?
Yeah, so that sucked. I think I just pushed a little too hard like we were actually talking about earlier. I need to slow it down a little bit. Really don't need to enter the corners as hard as I was. That might save a little bit on my right front tire. It won't tighten it up as bad. So yeah, that was pure driver running out of talent.
It happens, man. I get it. I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because I was watching you out there.
Yeah.
You're losing position, and you're feeling that maybe saving tires wasn't the best idea for a little bit, I think, and you're trying to keep pace with these guys, and just overdrove it a tad bit on one of the corners. I get it. I was watching it. I was like, I could see you holding your position, and then you're like, oh, shit, they're passing me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I bobbled a few times there behind Willie, and then a couple of those other guys around me. Yeah. And then that thing just started plowing. So I think I'm just going to have to change up my driving a little bit and see if that right front can stay on the car a little bit longer.
All right, man. Best of luck to you out there, and go get them.
Thanks, buddy.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The number 61, CJ Winslow, trying to keep his right tire a little bit more under wear. So hopefully he stays in the race a little bit better. It happens though, driver error. Like I said before, it looked like he was trying to hold pace with these guys, but he didn't want to burn his tires out, so he's kind of dropping back a tad bit. And maybe just try to push it, just trying to hold position. Didn't want to drop past 6. But now that he's back in 17th, he's got a little bit of work ahead of him. But luckily, like we all have seen happen before, cautions do come out. People lose position, and people like him can ride it out, work their way back up to the front, and see what they can do. But ladies and gentlemen, we are back green. Carl Handwerk, the great restart. Matt Crockett behind him. And look at that, Bennett Allen trying to make a run on the Snitcho wagon. As Andrew Gunther has to defend against the inside. Bennett Allen loses it, takes Andrew to the outside. Oh no. That wagon is battered. Sorry, I couldn't help with the pun. All right, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we're having some moves to be made out in the field. Matt Crockett and Willie Evernham side by side. Anthony Kieswetter looking for some runs. Dalton Drummond's losing his pace out there, getting a little sideways on the corner. Bennett Allen making a run on Matt Crockett. Matt having to drop down low. And there we go. Bennett moving 1, 2, 3, 4 positions. Then doing a quick disappearing act, getting in front of Willie Evernham. Willie trying to make a dodge around him. Dives down low. He's got to be careful on his outside. 3 wide around the corner. Anthony Kieswetter clears it. As these guys swing it around into turn 1 and 2. Whoa, look at that pack. Anthony Kieswetter, Willie Evernham, Kevin Foster, Terry Condas, and Dalton Drummonds. Ladies and gentlemen, we got 5 guys fighting for position right now. Looks like Willie Evernham falling back just a tad bit. Kevin Foster going to go ahead and take his position. And Bennett Allen making a run for first. I'm curious to stay with this. Carl Handwerk's going to let him pass on the inside. Anthony Kieswetter also looking for an inside pass. Makes contact. They are going to hug it out for a little bit. And then looks like all is fair in love and war. They're back at it again. Kevin Foster not wanting to get in the middle between both those two. And there we go. Bennett Allen, Anthony Kieswetter, and Kevin Foster around Carl Handwerk. Dalton Drummonds and Terry Condas looking to make a pass around him in the same run as we come into turn 1 and 2. Who is going to make it out alive? Bennett Allen with a good run up in front. Anthony Kieswetter, Kevin Foster, 4 guys in the back trying to stay within the race. Carl Handwerk riding the wall a little bit. Just looking for a different paint scheme. Kevin Foster's got some space in front of him. He's got Dalton Drummonds also trying to stay in front of the pack. Terry Condas, Carl Handwerk, and Dylan McDonald making that run. Those 3 are looking to get up to Dalton right now. Dalton's just got to keep that Oreo and keep dunking it on those corners and don't let these guys get behind him. Terry Condas doing a good job working his way up the field. Looks like Carl Handwerk might be running on an older set of tires, and that's what's burning him out right now. Kevin Foster making a pass on Anthony Kieswetter on the outside, giving him a quick challenge. Oh, and we're going to see a little bit of contact on the exit of that corner. Looks like they made it out clean. That's a tough one. Like I said before, Bristol is an extremely tight track. You feel like you can make some of those corners because of the high banking, but what happens is that easily slides the inside guy up to the outside wall, and hello, you made a new friend. All right, let's check in the back of the pack as Terry Condas, Dalton Drummonds, and Dylan McDonald are working their way up the field, trying to catch up to Anthony Kieswetter right now. Side by side, Dylan McDonald and Terry Condas, the one-handed wonder. Coming into turn 3 and 4, staggered into that corner. Look at that side by side, Carl Handwerk and Eric Andrews. And it looks like CJ Winslow also going side by side with Nick Nickerson. Dylan McDonald and Dalton Drummonds side by side right now. Terry Condas looking for a pass, but does not want to get involved in an accident between these guys. Give you a little bit of a rear view right now. Dalton Drummond's trying to keep all the cookies to himself, sitting in 4th place. He's got Anthony Kieswetter in front of him. He wants to run him down, but he's got Terry Conda's the one-handed wonder looking to the inside for a pass, and then Dylan McDonald behind him. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a caution out tonight. Time to jump over to that quick critical hit Bass Lures caution report. Ooh, that looked like is that Matt Crockett? Got a little contact there. Let's jump over that. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, got to find the incident. All right, here we go. On the exit of 3 and 4. Sorry, on the exit of 1 and 2, going into 3 and 4. Looks like Joshua Biller just gives Matt Crockett a little bit of a tap on the rear tire, sends him spinning into the corner, lets him back onto the field, and hopefully not too much damage done, but a quick accident, but we should be back into the race pretty soon. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a critical hit Bass Lures caution report. All right, and we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Andrews up in front right now. Behind him, the man who needs no introduction, Bill Harkins, running that Budweiser machine. He's got that scooter with full-on V8 engine. I can't riff that. I love Bill out there. He's such a good sport. We were joking prior to the race about he got turned on his lid, and a bunch of the guys were having to dodge him for a quick second on practice. And we're like, Bill, you need to get life alert. I really hope he brings out a life alert paint scheme. That would be funny. He's the oldest guy out here, but he's definitely not that old. But we just hark on him for that. Luckily, he's a good sport. All right, so now that everyone's back on the track, Eric Andrews, Kevin Foster, Bennett Allen, Anthony Kieswetter, Terry Condas, Dylan McDonald, and Wes Fuller sitting in our top 7 right now. To round out that 8, though, Willie Evernham, look at him, made it up the field some more. Nick Nickerson also making some moves with him. Out in the back, Carl Handwerk, Dave Lohr, Andrew Gunther, CJ Winslow, Josh Billiter, Christopher Hamilton, Matt Crockett, Dalton Drummonds, Bill Harkins, and Dan Heisey. We did have 15 guys during the practice, and it looks like we are almost we're at 19 guys, so almost a full 20 drivers out in Bristol tonight. That is a busy, busy track, ladies and gentlemen. Dylan being the fastest car out tonight, I don't know about that, Paul. I'm going to have to... It's tough because a lot of these guys are on different tire wears. I can't call it. Looking at the times, though, best time. Let's see. We're going to be going green soon. Just give me a second. I'm going to run through the time list. Yeah, no. The best time thrown down, I think, was CJ Winslow with a 15.568. Yeah. So CJ's technically got a fast car out there. And ladies and gentlemen, cue the music. Green flag up in the air. And we are green. Look at that. Eric Andrews with a great start. Kevin Foster behind him. Dan Heisey on the inside. But Bennett Allen making a run up next to Dan Heisey right now. Trying to catch him, getting him into 3 and 4. Oh, we might have some contact. That's right. Kevin Foster getting into Eric Andrews. Spins him around. Keith Sweater gives him a hit. And that is going to throw out another caution tonight. Well, I don't think we need to throw a caution report for that because we definitely caught that live. Oh, bummer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring in CJ Winslow, our in-race reporter, and talk to him about how he's handling out there. now that he's sitting in 13th and decided not to pit. That's going to move him up some spots and see how he's doing out there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the number 61 himself, CJ Winslow. Okay, you decided not to pit right now. I'm pretty sure you pitted before that you pitted during that last caution. You're about 20 laps away from the halfway point. How you feeling right now?
The car's actually not too bad. I'm slowly trying to recover some of that damage that I received from that first caution. But we're so close to halfway. I really don't want to pit yet, mainly just for track position. Car's halfway decent. Tires are fresh. I mean, we had 3/4 of a lap to run right there, so tires really didn't do nothing. You still got the same rear percentage with fuel, stuff like that. So I think, I think we'll be all right. I'm just trying to think of just forecast what hopefully I can get up past a couple of these guys. Obviously, Nick and Willie are pretty hard to get by.
Yeah,
Gunther's always fast. So
you got the Schnitzel wagon in front of you, so you're definitely going to have to batter him around. And then
Yeah.
you got Nick Nickerson and Willie, which, like you said, they're tough to beat. Luckily, though, they've been making their way slowly up the field, so you might be able to tuck in behind them and get on their same pit strategy and work your way up the field too, because they've been chewing up positions left and right every time they have to pop in. So that might be that might be a group of guys you want to follow behind just for a tad bit until you get towards the last section of the lap or of the race.
Yep, absolutely agree.
All right.
With that.
Looks like we should be going 1 to green, so I'll put you back. Once again, good luck out there, man, and thanks for popping in.
Yes, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the lineup right now. Kevin Foster sitting in first. Anthony Kieswetter in second. Sorry about that, hiccups. Terry Condas in third. Dylan McDonald in fourth. Wes Fuller in fifth. Willie Evernham sitting in sixth. Nick Nickerson in 7th, Andrew Gunther in 8th, CJ Winslow in 9th, Dave Lohr in 10th, Bennett Allen in 11th, Matt Crockett sitting in 12th, Christopher Hamilton in 13th, Dalton Drummonds in 14th, Joshua Billiter in 15th, Bill Harkins in 16th, Eric Andrews in 17th, 18th is going to be the number 18, Carl Handwerk, and Dan Heisey sitting in 19th. That is going to round out our field tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to go green. Once again, before we go, I'd like to thank our broadcast sponsors. Our series sponsors: TechNet Professionals, Mission Car Care, Your Buying Machine, Joka Graphics, and Southern Heart Creations. As the green flag goes up, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Kevin Foster with a great start. Anthony Kieswetter trying to tail in behind him, but look at that. Terry Conda is right in the pocket. Does not want to let him go. Oh, Dylan McDonald almost catching a little bit of his bumper there. Nice, clean pass. Good job on Anthony Kieswetter checking up. He definitely wanted to swing out, but just didn't have the room. CJ looking a little loose back there. Terry on a good run. Looks like Dylan McDonald has a little bit of competition right now. Willie Evernham making his way up the field. Nick Nickerson trying to dodge some traffic as Wes Fuller and Anthony Kieswetter, 35 and 34, side by side right now, are putting up a little bit of block for him. Wes Fuller gets sideways. Canny recovers. Bennett Allen has to get up on the binders. That's going to open up for Nick Nickerson to make a pass around him and then try and take Anthony Kieswetter on the outside. As you can see, trying to take him on the inside right now. Oh, unhooks. Gonna get close to that wall. Oh my gosh. Gonna have to fix that camera. Looks like he just dove it in too deep and unhooked just a tad bit out there. All right. A battle up in front. Kevin Foster having to defend against the one-handed wonder. Looking to the inside of him with Dylan McDonald also looking to get into that battle. Too wide right now, around the lap twice. And is Dylan gonna? Nope. He backed off on that. He had an opportunity to take it 3 wide with these guys. But instead, he's going to go ahead and just kind of use the full length of the track to his advantage and stay paced behind these guys as they battle it out. An opening is going to happen if Terry Condas drops back. That is going to be Dylan McDonald's opening to make a run on Kevin Foster. Terry Condas dropping back, losing to Willie Evernham. Let's check back for the battle in the rear as Wes Fuller and Bennett Allen go at it. A lot happening out in the track, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin Foster playing some defense against Dylan McDonald. Willie Evernham dropping back just a tad bit, waiting to see what happens. Terry Condas falling back in line. Anthony Kieswetter having to defend against Nick Nickerson. It's been at it for a couple laps. Nick looking for a little bit of a run on him. Anthony's back end swinging out, almost catching Nick's front right quarter panel. And Nick goes for it again on another pass to the inside. Yeah, Kieswetter swings out of that corner just fast enough to catch up to the front end of Nick Nickerson's quarter panel. So Nick's not wanting to get close to him and risk it, but almost able to complete a pass right now by keeping Kieswetter up in that corner. And there we go. Finally decide to push it. Nick Nickerson is around. Bennett Allen right behind Wes Fuller. Oh my gosh. Thought I was about to see some contact out there. Bennett Allen dropping out of that corner as fast as he can up on Wes Fuller's bumper. Gives him a bump and run. Tries to beat him down the straight. He is inches away from him right now. Any mistake from Wes, and that's going to result into a bad accident between him and Bennett Allen. Contact, ladies and gentlemen. 24 slaps the 35 out into the wall. Running close, and you're going to get slapped. All right, Bennett Allen trying to make a run on Anthony Kieswetter. Ooh, look at this. Up in front, Willie Evernham working his way up, trying to charge up against Kevin Foster once more. But also a battle between Terry Condas and Nick Nickerson. So much is happening out in this field right now. Saw some action in the back as Dalton Drummond went into the rear of Anthony Kieswetter. Now he's around him. He's looking to hunt down Bennett Allen. The Snitchel Wagon also looking for some competition. Carl Handwerk moving up 9 positions into P9 right now. Looks like the field is stretching out for some of the drivers, but Willie Evernham is now around Dylan McDonald and is looking to get around Kevin Foster. Kevin, the king of the gladiatorial arena, and now at Bristol. This is one of his... I think actually Kevin does really well. And I think he has a couple wins at Bristol, if I'm not sure. If I'm not correct, but I'm pretty sure about that. So I think Kevin might be the one to have it in the bag tonight. Oh, contact from Willie. Oh, Willie gets spun around. Turns around and says hello to Dylan McDonald, and then catches Dylan up in the wall. Ouch. Let's get that on a critical hit Bachelor's caution report. As you can see, coming out of the corner, Willie Evernham goes in, gives him a little bit of a bump. Kevin straightens out and then slaps him back. Talk about a little bit of reactive armor there. You push me, I push you. Not on purpose though. That looks like Willie just came up a little too hard into that corner, touched into Kevin, and then Kevin's back end slapped off the wall and sent it back into him. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a critical hit best service spot for me. All right, we are back live. Everyone hitting the pits, grabbing a fresh set of tires, maybe repairing some damage because, like I said to you before, tonight's race is going to be a fast one. We are 77 laps done, which means we are very close to finishing. I believe that is should be about 50 laps, 50 plus, give or take. Let me double check. My math's a little rough right now. I apologize for anyone that's losing their mind over my quick assumption of how many laps is left. Total of 47 laps. All right, let's talk about the field right now. So up in front, Kevin Foster still holding strong. Nick Nickerson behind him. Bennett Allen sitting in third. Terry Conda's in fourth. Carl Handwerk going from 9th to 5th now after this pit stop. Dalton Drummond still holding strong in the top 6. Wes Fuller sitting in 7th. Hasn't made too much of a move, but it's still in a good position. Matt Crockett in 8th. Andrew Gunther in the Snitchel wagon in 9th. Christopher Hamilton making some moves up the field, sitting in 11th. Joshua Billiter in 10th. I just saw them switch. Dave Lohr in 12th. Anthony Kieswater in 13th. Eric Andrews in 14th. CJ Winslow in 15th. Dan Heisey in 16th. Willie Evernham in 17th. Dylan McDonald and Bill Harkins 18 and 19. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the lights are off, which can only mean one thing. We are getting ready to go green tonight. Kevin Foster and Nick Nickerson in the lead for 1 and 2. On the inside is lap traffic. That's going to be CJ Winslow and Bill Harkins right now. Oh, looks like we are going to get one more caution. Looks like they extended the caution by 1. I don't know why they would do that, but looks like that is the case. So we'll buy them a little more time. All right, here we go. Pace car's off the track. Kevin Foster hits that green flag as fast as he can. Nick Nickerson nowhere in sight. And CJ Winslow on the inside trying to stay up with him. He needs to get those laps back to get into the fighting chance for the win. CJ diving down low. Oh, gonna get side by side with Kevin Foster. A good run by CJ. Gonna open up a hole for Nick Nickerson. Oh, pinches off Kevin Foster. Nick Nickerson dives to the inside. Carl Handwerk trying to make a move. Terry Conda's right behind him. Oh, CJ slaps the wall. Traffic. Oh, that's gonna mix it up. Dalton Drummond makes a mistake on the corner. CJ getting into Carl, pushing him around. Cat and dogs are raining. It's crazy out there, ladies and gentlemen. It's just raining cats and dogs right now. Bennett Allen with a good run on Nick Nickerson. Check this out. makes his way up 5 positions, tucks him behind Nick Nickerson, who's going to try and take him on the straight. Whoa. Alrighty. That was weird. I've never had that happen before. Sorry about that to everyone out there. That was a, I don't know. I got disconnected somehow. Weird. The world works in mysterious ways. All right, back to the race. Nick Dickerson up in front. Bennett Allen right behind him. Carl Handwerk, Kevin Foster, Terry Condas, and Wes Fuller all in the fight right now. Staggered out into the corner of 3 and 4. Wes Fuller taking the inside line, catching up to Carl Handwerk. Terry Condas trying to work his way up the field. Give you an inside look of what it looks like for these guys to wheel the car, as they are cranking that wheel out of the corner. Oh, Kevin Foster getting caught up with Wes Fuller. Oh, can Terry recover? Oh, he catches the wall. Caution is definitely coming out tonight for that accident. First-hand view of what happens to some of these guys out on the track. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get to a different angle and give you that Critical Hit Bachelor's Caution Report. All right, here we go. Actually, we'll get it one more time. As they go into the corner, you're going to see Wes Fuller on the outside. Dives it up. Probably gets on the brakes a little bit. Tries to toe the nose in just a tad bit more. Kevin Foster holding his line on the inside. Wes Fuller dropping down. Kevin Foster doing what he should do, which is swing out a little bit. And Wes Fuller was towing into the inside, and definitely these guys both met up out there. And then boom, Terry Condas slaps up into CJ, says hello. And that is history, ladies and gentlemen. Ouch. That is going to be a quick Critical Hit Bachelor's Caution Report. Yeah, you're right, Paul. He did have a good run tonight, but it's okay. Wes Fuller is now sitting in second. We'll have to see how the pit stops go, but right now it's Terry Condas, Wes Fuller, Joshua Billiter, Matt Crockett, and Nick Nickerson and Carl Handwerk in our top 6. We are 36 laps away right now. Ooh, the tension's building. Which means we are close to 10 minutes left on the race. That's not a lot of time for these guys to make some moves. And it's probably going to go by faster. I overestimated and gave them 17-second laps. Well, lights are off, ladies and gentlemen. Which only means one thing. Nope, looks like we're extending the caution for one more. Looks like we're going to get someone back out to the track. Or I was just a little bit early. Willie Evernham parked on the front straight. All right, cue the music. Put that green flag up in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to go green. Terry Condas takes the flag. Whoa, gets caught up with Wes Fuller. Looks like a little bit of a misshift there. Ouch. Oh, what happened? Let's get a replay on that. That was not good. Yeah, I'm going to say misshift. And here we go. Give it to you in slow-mo. You're going to see him take off right here and then misses his shift. Gets caught up by Wes Fuller. Spun around. Carl Handwerk goes, oh no. And then the Schnitzel wagon goes, I tried to dodge you. Ouch. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a critical hit pass lures caution report. Also like to thank our series sponsors for tonight. Your Buying Machine, TechNet Professional, Mission Car Care, Southern Heart Creations, and Joker Graphics. Also to our broadcast sponsors, that's going to be Critical at Best Lures and Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems. All right, we are under caution right now. Talk about a mix-up up front, but hey, it happens. Getting close to 25 laps to go. What is going to happen tonight? Matt Crockett up in front. Joshua Billiter behind him. Nick Nickerson, Wes Fuller, Carl Handwerk, and Andrew Gunther rounding out that top six. All right, looks like we still have one lap left. I'm going to go ahead and pull in CJ, talk to him for one last time. All right, CJ, you're out on the track. You're sitting in 10th position right now. You made those laps back. What are you going to do on this restart to get yourself back up into the finish?
Well, we got 24 laps left. It'd be 22 by the time we actually get going green. Everybody's a little antsy. Everybody's trying to get to the front, obviously. This is kind of like how we talked about earlier. It's one of those shootouts. That's why I come down and got tires. I definitely don't have the aero advantage, as you can tell by my nose. But I think with the tires, it's going to be big. See what I can do. Some of these slower cars ahead of me that don't have tires. So I guess we'll just see what. All
right, man.
What?
Be careful out there.
The future
Watch
holds,
for the traffic, and go get these guys. All right.
Yes, sir. Give them hell.
You got it. All right, let's root on CJ Winslow as he right now is sitting in 10th, and he's got quite a field to go through. Ooh, Key Sweater giving him a quick tap. Just checking in with him. Hey, how you doing? Hope you're okay. Green flag up in the air. Matt Crockett's going to go ahead and take the restart. Joshua Billiter behind him. To his inside is going to be Dave Lohr and Willie Evernham. Nick Nickerson behind Joshua Billiter looking for a move. This is going to tighten up real fast as they go into turn 3 and 4 on the exit. Josh trying to hold his lines. Willie Evernham swinging around a little bit. Dylan McDonald looking for his position. Josh diving down in on Nick Nickerson. And Nick is clear and free, but Josh is going to take the inside on him. Pace him out, man. You got this. Wes Fuller working his way up. Willie Evernham right behind him, trying to get his laps back. 20 laps to go. Side by side, Willie Evernham, Wes Fuller. Willie driving the outside line. Ooh, he's getting unhooked. Willie now side by side and getting around Josh Billiter. Dylan McDonald making a move on Wes Fuller. Looks like he's also a lap behind, trying to get around him and Josh Billiter. Nick Nickerson looking to run down Matt Crockett. Wes and Josh playing a little bit of a back and forth with each other. Josh drops down on Wes Fuller. Oh, that's not going to be good for him. He's going to slap the wall and drop back down. Contact with Wes Fuller. Oh, clears out the field. Oof. Sometimes it takes two to tango. Other times it just takes yourself to trip over your own feet. It happens. Ladies and gentlemen, let's jump over to a quick critical ambassador's caution report. So Josh Billiter was doing a great job playing some defense with Wes. You saw him get a little aggressive with him. Drives down deep on him. Tries to recorrect, sends himself up. And pretty much makes a little bit of an overcorrection. It's tough. Those banks are so high. There's not much more I can say. Like, here, we'll give you guys an inside view of what it looks like for him. So he sees Wes in his mirror, rides the wall. He goes, shoot. And then taps him again. It's really hard to tell how close you are to someone. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a critical hit pass Lewis caution report. This is it. We're going to be under 15 laps to go. Matt Crockett up in front, Nick Nickerson, Carl Handwerk, Eric Andrews, Anthony Keysweater, Dalton Drummonds, Joshua Billiter, Terry Condas, and Dave Lohr. That accident ending a little bit of a some of the drivers' races right now. That's a bummer. Looks like CJ Winslow, Andrew Gunther, Wes Fuller, Bennett Allen, and Dan Heisey have all pulled out of the race due to too much damage, probably. It happens. It's Bristol. It's Bristol. It's a short track. It's a tight track. And it's asphalt. It's not much you can do. All right, so for our top six, once again, Matt Crockett, Nick Nickerson, Carl Handwerk, Eric Andrews, Dalton Drummonds, and Kevin Foster. Looking back, though, give me 1 second. I'm going to pull this up. At the playoff standings, someone that needs to get in the clinch that is up in front, and if he can hold it, he's there. Matt Crockett. Matt Crockett is literally on the bubble line right now of getting into the playoffs. It's the truth, man. It's short track. It's going to get rough out there. Everyone expects a clean race. You know what? If I get under 5 cautions, I'm extremely happy at a short track. And you know what? Cautions are nice. It allows us to get a quick breather, and it allows these guys to take a break because I bet you their arms are killing them right now. These 87 cars are not easy, and you have to muscle them around. So when you get a moment's breath to catch up, get back out there. Ladies and gentlemen, the green flag's up in the air. Matt Crockett, this is on you. Go get him. Great restart. Matt Crockett up in front. Nick Nickerson behind him. Carl Handwerk behind Willie and Nick Nickerson. Matt just trying to stay ahead and run his line out. He's got 10 laps to go. 10 laps to lock himself in to the playoffs. He's on the bubble. He's one of those guys that needs to get it finished. Dalton Drummond's looking for a run on Carl Handwerk, takes him on the inside. Looking for that third place. Oh, over rotates. Can he collect it? Drops down into the pits. And he saves it. Yep, he is back out on the track. Ooh, Bill Harkins making some friends with the wall. Nick Nickerson slowly catching up to Matt Crockett. Matt on a good run, but look at this behind Carl Handwerk, Dylan McDonald, and Eric Andrews. Those three are going to be going into the corner together. This might not end well. Terry Khan is catching up to the group. Willie Evernham looking to get his lap back on Matt Crockett. Gets on the lead lap. Matt having to play defense against Nick Nickerson. Don't give it up, Matt. Go for it. Come on, man. Get him. I know you're on worn tires, man. Don't let him get around you. Oh, contact. Kevin Foster, Carl Handwerk, and we have rotation. That is going to throw out the caution. Matt Crockett and Nick Nickerson. Oh. It was right there. 5 laps to go. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to a quick critical hit passengers caution report. All right, here we go. Kevin Foster, Dalton Drummonds, and Carl Handwerk. Ooh, Kevin gets loose on the halfway through that corner. Catches Dalton Drummonds and Carl Handwerk. Sends both those guys for a spin. Ouch. Dave Lohr also getting scooped up in that. That looked painful. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a critical hit Bass Lures caution report. Critical hat, yeah. Oh, man. Trying to say things way too fast. All right, let's get up to the live scene. So, up in front, looks like Matt Crockett in first. I wonder what happened. I'll take it. All right, this is it. This is for all the big chips. It's all or nothing. You're going to go ahead and slide those chips out on the table. Double down on your bets. Because Matt Crockett, you will have most likely 1 lap to defend against Nick Nickerson and Eric Andrews. I would be shivering in my boots right now. That is a lot of heat behind you. But Matt's been doing a good job. He's been staying up there, holding on strong. Now it's time to play some defense. Don't let these guys get around you and cross that finish line. So to round out our top 6, Matt Crockett, Nick Nickerson, Eric Andrews, Dalton Drummonds, and Anthony Keysweater. And last but not least, Carl Handwerk. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you have enjoyed this broadcast and have not subscribed or liked, please go ahead and do that. It helps me out a ton. We are almost at 500, and we're slowly growing, which I definitely appreciate. And I appreciate you guys showing up and watching your friends and family, or just rooting on a driver. Love to see fans out here for some of these drivers. Thank you for tuning in. These guys appreciate it. I appreciate it. Let's see some racing. I think it's going to be his race. I think so. But he's got Nick Nickerson behind him. And Nick usually is really good at timing restarts. So this might be a neck-and-neck battle for the last lap. It just depends on what happens. Pace car's off. It's on Matt. Oh, and he waits for Nick to check up just a tad bit. This is it. Matt Crockett in the lead. Nick Nickerson behind him. Eric Andrews sitting in third on the final lap. Don't make a mistake. That's all you have to do. Matt's got enough speed, enough distance between them. Hold your line, drive it through. Ladies and gentlemen, through the finish, Matt Crockett, Nick Nickerson, and Eric Andrews for our 1, 2, and 3. We are finishing under the green flag. Checkers out. Matt Crockett must be ecstatic right now. What a race. Ladies and gentlemen, from going on the bubble to being locked into the playoffs, Matt Crockett, the number 10, is now going to make the playoffs tonight. What a run for a lot of these drivers. "28 laps led, and those are the 28 laps that counted." Starting in 7th place, working his way up to 1st. Had a very fast lap with a 15.570. Close to, I believe he's 2nd fastest out on the track. Fastest being CJ Winslow. What a run. All right. Let's show the results. So once again, tonight's race is going to be Matt Crockett, Nick Nickerson, and Eric Andrews for our top 3. Everyone else, Dalton Drummond's finishing in 4th, Anthony Keysweater in 5th, Carl Handwerk in 6th, Terry Condos in 7th, Dave Lohr in 8th, Dylan McDonald in 9th, and Bill Harkins coming in 10th. Way to go, everyone out there. This was a very, very tough race. Congratulations to Matt Crockett, Nick Nickerson, and Eric Andrews. Let's get these guys in the booth and talk to them as they all drive backwards through Bristol. Ladies and gentlemen, our 3rd place finisher tonight, the number 9 in that Vision Racing machine, Eric Andrews. Welcome back in the booth tonight, dude. What a run.
Oh, man. Yeah, I pretty much almost started shotgun on the field. I actually had to go have a little procedure done, which made me not be able to see up close. Maybe I need to do that more often. No, I had to have my pupils dilated, so it's just, during this procedure, and it just made it interesting. So anyways, I didn't get any practice, nothing. I got in enough. My practice was 2 laps of qualifying. So
yeah, I saw you didn't make it in practice, and I saw you queued up, so I'm pretty sure someone logged you in for that.
yeah, thank you, Carl. And like I said, I got in here just in time, and man, I did not want to see that last caution. I had something for both Nick and Crockett. I think I could have got them. And
oh, really?
When Dalton got loose there,
man.
I found me a line down a little bit lower than everybody, and I was making some serious ground with that thing. And I did not want to see that. I think I could have got both of those.
Well,
guys
shoot, man, I would want to see that too. That's awesome.
But man, I'll take a 3rd place finish. Like I said, it's a good solid run for me, and hopefully keep this momentum going. We got one more track before the playoffs, so hopefully we can keep it going and keep rolling it into the playoffs.
I think so, man. You're gonna have a good run out there. You had a good run out tonight. You did work your way up from the back of the track, or pretty close to the back of the track, all the way up for most of the race. So definitely worked hard. Drove up Bristol. Bristol's a tough track to, especially with some of the cautions coming out. It really puts a hiccup in someone's pit plan. So you really kind of got to pit around the cautions and plan to be, just present-minded every time you get the green flag. And you did that. You worked your way up.
Yep. And congratulations to Matt Crockett. Awesome win for him. He's come close, I think, in the vintage a couple times. And
yes, he has.
See him finally get that W. So congratulations to him.
Well, man, good job out there. Do you have anyone else you want to shout out?
Obviously, you, Death by Moose Media, putting this on. Core, everybody with Core, Carl, Paul Butler, all the guys that put all the hard work into this. Joker Graphics, awesome paint scheme once again. Just it's to all the guys. It's been an awesome, fun race, and I just want to throw out a prayers for my neighbor. He lost his life for 5 years. He had pancreatic cancer. He's put up a hell of a fight, and he just lost his life the other day. But he went to be with the Lord. And he said he was ready to go, and just prayers for his wife, and he has a 5-year-old daughter. Praying for them.
Definitely understand. Thoughts and prayers out to those guys, or out to that family. Sorry. Well, Eric, good job. Go celebrate, and I'll see you next time out on the track.
Alrighty, yes, sir. Thank you.
You got it. Ladies and gentlemen, the number 85 himself, finishing in second place, Nick Nickerson. What a run. You had a hard time out there, having to fight for position. You're up there quite a bit, kind of jockeying back and forth. But you and Willie, I was watching you guys from the beginning of the race, slowly eating up the field on each caution, jumping a couple positions, and then working up. That was some pretty cool strategy you guys were working out. What was going through your head when you guys set that up?
Yeah, man. Honestly, that's just kind of how it worked out. I wasn't really necessarily planning that. I came in late, so I had like near no practice. So I was priced, almost a half a second off pace off of Carl's qualifying. So I had to learn how to drive the track in the middle of the race, which is sometimes very hard when it starts to get very chaotic.
To say
it took a little while to get the speed.
Yeah,
I don't even think I got full speed, honestly, but it was enough to kind of hold my own on the top lane, or the middle lane, I guess. But yeah, that was a very cutthroat race, man. It was just cars all over the place, no time to relax. I had no time to even look down and see what my relative was looking like, because I was afraid I was going to hit the wall or mess up. I was just focused on the screen all the time.
You guys are running sub 16 second laps, which is honestly, it's corner. You just swing through it. Oh,
yeah. You're not done with the corner until you're going into the next corner, because you're damn near still sideways.
Yeah.
Feels like, but other than that, man, congratulations to Matt, man. His first win, as far as I know.
Yeah.
He did an absolutely awesome job at the end when it mattered the most. So.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying too. Like he held in there. I knew he was gonna have to play some defense against you, and he pulled through. Eric said he had a little bit of heat left for you guys if it went green. Do you think Eric would have been able to catch up to you guys?
I think so. I haven't really raced. I don't remember racing with Eric in this race, so I don't know. But I mean, everybody was just fast.
Yeah.
Even Bennett was fast
out of there.
So yeah, a lot of people were really knew how to drive this track. But yeah, had tons of fun, man. I could go from there 125 laps, honestly.
Oh, Jesus. You're going to have to pick me up dinner, because my girl's not going to be happy about that. Well, man, good job out there. Do you have anyone you want to shout out?
Just everybody puts on this league, man. The Vintage Series has been awesome this year. I know we're about to start working in our playoffs.
Yep.
Good luck to everybody that's going to be in it. And thanks for putting on the broadcast, man.
Thank you for coming out and racing. I had a good time watching, and let's get Matt Crockett up here. Congratulations, Nick Nickerson, and I'll move you back up.
All right, man. Take care.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first place finisher for tonight and his first win of the series. It's going to lock him up for the clinch, the number 10, Matt Crockett the Rocket. I'm sorry, Matt, I ruined it. Dude, you were doing well out there. That was an awesome race.
Yeah, I had the last few cautions there. I needed the restarts of my life.
Yeah, no, they worked out perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a long time coming, kind of emotional and excited.
Dude, I can imagine. You're locked in, you're on the bubble. That's one of those races where like you need to finish well, but at the same time, getting that first place win and not having to worry about getting knocked out by someone else, it's such a stress relief, because we had one more race before the playoffs, and now you don't have to worry about it. You're in. This is all you.
Absolutely, I can go and kind of have fun next week.
Hey, man. I'm having fun every week. No, but I get what you mean. It's stressful when you're that close to being in the playoffs, and you're trying to work hard to get good finishes. But dude, making it out of Bristol alive, that's a huge accomplishment. And then also making out of Bristol with the first place, dude, against Nick Nickerson and Eric Andrews. That's an awesome job done.
Yeah, this actually has been one of my favorite tracks since I was a kid, watching my favorite driver, Rusty Wallace and Terry Labonte and Dale Earnhardt, and it's one of those tracks that I've always loved, and it's on my bucket list to maybe go visit one day, but definitely thank you.
No problem, man. Thank you for putting on a good show out there. I know you have some friends and family that you want to shout out, and I definitely give them a shout if you want to.
My mom and dad, thank you. My wife has put up with a lot of crap with this. My boy, just kind of emotional, kind of happy.
No, I get you, man. It's okay.
Most of all, Moose, thank you. As always, you do a great job. Thank you so much.
No, I appreciate you guys. I wouldn't be doing this without you guys out on the track. And honestly, thank you for coming out. Good job out there. And that's one thing to be said for a lot of these guys out here, and including you. Without friends and family that support us, that allow us to race and practice, we wouldn't be doing this, and we wouldn't be having a good time and sharing all these experiences together. So once again, thank you to all the friends and family out there. Matt Crockett, you had a hell of a run. You got first place. You're locked in. What are you going to do next week? I'm excited, and I can't wait to see you race in the playoffs.
Absolutely, and I can finally go, woohoo!
You got it, man. Well, have a good night. Go celebrate, and I'll see you next week.
Moose, again, thank you for everything you do, brother.
No problem, man. Thank you. See you around, man. Ladies and gentlemen, an emotional finish to an emotional race. Matt Crockett, once again, like I said, locking himself in for the playoffs. This is it. One more race, and we will be setting up for the playoffs, and we'll have to have these guys race out in a qualifying race before we get to the last lineup for the playoffs. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in tonight. I'll see you guys around for DXR tomorrow, so don't forget to tune in. If you like seeing Pro 2 trucks hit it's going to be Phoenix Rallycross tomorrow, so come check these guys race out. We have the best in Pro 2s, best drivers out there taking on Phoenix Rallycross. And then if you still like those pro trucks, check out our iRacing short course on Wednesdays. You're going to see a lot of guys racing from Lucas Oil Off-Road Series, a lot of the youngsters that are working their way up from mod carts, a lot of the guys that actually race Pro 2s and Pro 4s, and some of the guys that race UTVs and buggies. A lot of those guys participate in that series. So if you want to see some familiar names from the regionals and from the nationals, come check it out. You're going to see a lot of people out there, and hopefully I'll have Dave Arnold in the booth with me, so you'll get to listen to the voice of off-road. And with that being said, I hope everyone has a good night, and thank you for tuning in for the Core Vintage Cup Series. Once again, thank you to our sponsors for the series. That's going to be TechNet Professionals, Your Buying Machine, Southern Heart Creations, Mission Car Care, and Joker Graphics, also for our broadcast sponsors tonight. The one you know and love, Critical Ambassadors, for their caution reports, and Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems. Once again, I am Randall Alvarez, and I hope you guys all have a good night.